Hello everybody, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Clapped Out Firebird gets halfway decent restoration and we get it on the road. I'm Dan, this is said Firebird, and today we're gonna be doing some crazy nonsense. I'm gonna do something I ain't never done before. We're gonna paint this car. Not only are we gonna paint this car, okay, listen here. We're gonna paint this car with Rust-Oleum Turbo Cans. Yeah. Now, shout out to our boy Brandon. I didn't even know these existed before he started talking about them. And then I saw them and I was like, what the heck? These things are huge. And so I got me a whole box of them. Now, we have been blessed with a beautiful start, or else I would not even attempt this. But we don't have a lick of body work to do. The car is straight, body work's already been done, and it's set in primer. So all we gotta do is clean the thing up. That's probably the biggest thing, because it's freaking disgusting. Tape some stuff off, and not even a lot of stuff. I'm talking like headlights, taillights. We might take them out, we might just tape them off. And then we've got a little bit of window trim. The back window trim is out already. But we have to tape off the windows anyways, so we'll do the trim as well. So my idea is, stay with me now. I've got some spray on car wash and a priming scuff pad, okay? Lightly scuffs before color and clear coats. Beautiful. All we need to get our paint to grab is a little scuff on the primer, okay? Nothing crazy. I've got some glass cleaner for, you know, extra cleaning, glass cleaner. I don't know, I'm copying someone I saw on YouTube. I've got some other stuff. I've got sandpaper, acetone, tape, and paper, microfiber cloth. And so basically the first thing we're gonna do is clean it up and give it a wash by hand. Now, we're outside and I'm too cheap of a boogerhead to get a paint booth or even halfway attempt to paint booth. I thought about it and then I changed my mind because I'm impatient. It's a good thing we're not doing white, because for some reason bugs really like white paint. So hopefully bugs won't be an issue. This is our protection right here. Fingers crossed. But a lot of our prep work has already been done for us. Our mirrors are taken off. Most of our lights are either gone. I think all of the lights are either out of it or they're taped over. Like I said, this back window trim's out. Most of our prep is done. So it's a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of scuffing, a little bit of taping, and I'll say we lay it on here. But the thing is, to keep it from getting re-dirty due to elements or bugs getting on it, hopefully we'll protect from that. We are under a roof, but you know, ain't no walls with it. We're gonna try to do it all in one go. At least get a base coat on, all in one go. Like if we can do this, then we're probably gonna have to end up wet sanding and clearing anyways, or wet sanding to clear. So that can be done on a different day because we'll have to sand it anyways. So let's get started. Welcome freaking back. Are you guys excited for what? Well, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. You think this junk's gonna blow up my face? Or you think it might turn out okay? Only one way to find out. Let's get it. You can see mirror's gone. Switch, well, it was taped off at some point, but boom, paint ready. Paint ready. I'll either take these out or I'll tape them off. As much as I hate taping, I don't know if I want to mess with them or not. I'm afraid to break anything trying to get them out because it's a fragile car. Taped. And we have one single light. We have one single light we have to tape off. It looks like they gave up because they halfway primered over that sucker. And then we have headlights. Okay, now look here. Everyone keeps telling me to take off the daggum wing because no one likes it. And so I'm keeping it. I took the fins off and we're keeping the wing just because everyone told me to take it off. I don't even like this thing, for the record. I don't even like it. I would rather have the regular fin that's on the back. But just because everyone kept telling me to take it off, I'm keeping it. I'm at least gonna paint it with it on. and I'll be very subject to change my mind because I actually really don't like the way that looks. I think it looks absolutely stupid. I took the fins off and I was thinking maybe, maybe it'll look better when I take these fins off. And I took them off and I stood there and I was like, I hate it. It's ugly. I don't like it. I was like, maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe it'll grow on me. And I'm like, I guess I'm getting used to looking at it, but it still don't look that good. So, but it's already on the car. So we'll just paint it and then I'll paint the fins by themselves so that that area under the fins gets painted. And then this bad boy right here, has a donor lid for us if we so choose this bad boy. We have this, so we can just paint it black and call it a day. Little bit of rust on this one though, not gonna lie to you. A little bit of rust. Can you see that? A little bit of rust. So, gangster lights. Anyways, let's do something, I guess. Okay, so down in here in this crevice at the bottom of the windshield and also at the bottom of the back glass, there's just a bunch of crud and buildup. There's also acorns on our intake manifold. So I'm gonna vacuum this because this is really dirty and gross and an issue. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna get those acorns on the intake manifold. Finally, I've had the engine apart like multiple times and just left those acorns there. So I guess we'll take care of it now. Start the freaking time lapse. All right, we got the vacuuming done with it. We got all our nooks and crannies and stuff to the best of our ability. I'm sure you can't tell, but this is like insanely better. There was like a whole couple inches of junk just chilling right here. So now we're gonna wipe her down and give her a good old hand wash with that stuff and get her all nice and squeaky clean. I'm now debating taking the hood off though, so I can get that, because if I have it up like this, then I have to tape everything. Like I got to tape all this stuff off. I think I might just take the hood off. No, I'm gonna have to tape it all anyways. We'll see. Something's gonna happen. Oh, dude. You know, maybe I should have got more than one bottle. Hey, get a new microfiber and come wipe this off, please. Probably should have got a bunch of everything.
Probably should have got 10 times what you already got.
Dude, holy schmoly. Check this out. Dude, look how big of a difference it already is. Just from, that's how dirty this thing was, dude. All I did was spray on a car wash and scrub it with what's basically the daggum rough side of a sponge. Holy moly. Dude, whoever did this junk, Might have been a shade tree mechanic, but this is smooth. Rub your hand on this. Gross. Yucky. By the way, this is in no way a tutorial. Please do not copy what we do. This might not turn out good. We're speed running this paint job, and that's just, but paint is not something you speed run. But prep is 85% of paint, and a lot of the prep is already done. So look where I've basically turned it black right here, working on it. Yikes.
You see all that rubber I just wiped off?
Rubber?
Yeah. When you do burnouts.
Oh. Okay, we did half the car. And honestly, just washing it, dude, I'm freaking sweating. Just scrub it on it, because I'm like, trying to get all that cooked on residue off from just sitting here. But it is such a world of freaking difference just washing it. Look at this junk. Look at that. Is that not daggum crazy? Especially this part. Golly. It just looks so much lighter now. And so we're cleaning it, and that scuff pad's putting a very light scuff on our soft primer here. And we still got to do another wipe down because some of these streaks are, you know, where we just smeared it around and didn't clear it all the way. But that's the initial like scrub down, and then we can do another wipe down and she'll be clean. And then we'll tape. So now we got to do the other side, and then we get to tape. How you feeling?
Great. It's hot.
It's hot. Yeah. Hot as snot. But you know what? Chicken butt. Let's go. All right, look here. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Does this bad boy look better or dadgum what? It looks fantastic. Now, like I said, we gotta wipe it down again because you've got these little streaks that we left. We weren't trying to switch rags every swipe. We were just trying to make sure that we didn't use all the rags. So we'll go over it again. Probably use a glass cleaner and just, and then, but this is where it's decision time, okay? Because this turned out pretty good. We have, look at that. I just put my freaking hand on it. That's what you don't do. Put your daggum hand on it, look at that. Greasy daggum fingerprints. So yeah, don't do that. But yeah, we've got like this right here. You can feel that. There's just little stuff everywhere. You can feel that. You can't feel these other ones. These other little rust spots, those are good to go. Can't feel them, so it doesn't count. That's what I said. And then, let's see here. I think it's mostly in the back. Yeah. We got, like there's so much. I'm not messing with that. Let it ride. We're letting that ride. I'm talking about, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, mostly on this bumper, dude. Number one. Number two, there's this little, like there's junk missing everywhere, and there's little cut lines in the Bondo like this, and these cracks. Probably gonna be able to see those. So we do have the option, look, a little dimple right there. We do have the option to do like a spray can full of primer, like just in this one area, and like blend it back in and like try to fix all these little things, right? There's not a lot of them, but a little Bondo, or I have not meant to say the word Bondo once, and I've said the word Bondo 100 times. Primer, a little bit of primer is a lot of blending. It's a lot of sanding, especially if I do it, because I'm probably gonna have to do it 10 times to get it right. But, and then there's little things like I can fill that just a little bit. Can barely fill those. But then I think these are fine. Like I could sand, I could spend a while sanding and try to get everything perfect. Do I want to though? No. We've got enough time into taping and stuff. Let it ride! Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I might do a tiny bit. I might do a little bit of sanding, but not filling. Like just trying to blend a little bit of edges, especially on the front here, because there's kind of a lot of it on the front. But other than that, let it ride. I say we're gonna tape, and then we're gonna deal with that. And then we'll deal with it. And when the time comes, we're gonna leave it all up to how fed up I am. It's the way to go. Let's do it. El papel. Could have used plastic, but this will be easier to cut and stuff. Plastic gets on my daggum nerves. And this was cheaper, so win-win until it fails. Yeah, this is gonna work so good. All right, tape is almost done. Taylor's throwing a bullcrap tape over the front of the wheel here so that when I go over it, I won't get it on the tire, hopefully. We're not too worried about how it looks on this one. We're just trying not to get paint on our tire or wheel. So that's the only thing left for tape. And then we're gonna wipe the whole car down one more time. I'm gonna use the glass cleaner this time. And we're gonna wipe it down with some nice clean microfibers. And then I think it is time to freaking paint. I think, yeah. It's time to paint. And I'm super excited, I'm super nervous because it might look good.
Mess this up so
bad. You can mess this up really easily and really badly. I'm skipping a bunch of stuff that could be sanded, but I don't think it's gonna be too big of a deal. There's nothing that's like super standy-outy, I don't think. I'm hoping it doesn't bite me in the butt. That's really what I'm worried about the most. But other than that, I think it should go okay. I'm hoping. Like I said, I'm nervous, but I'm also excited because if it looks good, I'm gonna be really happy. And there ain't no telling what color this car was because we got our mirrors here, right? Those were in the back seat. This one's blue and this one's gray. Like it's not even close. This gray is really nice though. It's got like a super shiny pearl gray. But the mirrors themselves don't look too bad. So we'll have to paint those separately. Obviously, we'll paint the fins that I took off separately, obviously. First and foremost, let's get this freaking car painted. Okay, as you can see, I got done wiping the whole front bumper, and this is a fresh cloth, and this is what we've got. So obviously, compared to these things, it's obviously a lot cleaner of a material, but there is still some stuff left over, which is why we're wiping it down again. But that's not bad. Like we can go again with this. We don't have to replace it after just this one panel. So yeah, and this part's pretty satisfying because it's foamy glass cleaner. Give it the good old This has made such a ginormous difference just cleaning it. All right, we've been sitting here talking a few minutes, gave it time to dry. It's looking real smooth, honestly. The car looks really good, especially compared to what we started with. It's looking pretty dang good. So we're about to do it, I guess. Really, really nervous, but I mean, we come this far. Everything is just so smooth, so I'm gonna be upset if the black makes it look awful and brings out every little like imperfection. But I just cannot stand primer gray. I just can't stand primer gray. We can't leave it like this. Can't do it. I'd probably rather have a messed up black paint than perfect primer color. Like if it was a different gray, like with a little sparkle in it, that'd be fine. I'm not hating on gray, it's just the flat primer gray. That junk sucks. So here goes everything. I guess we're about to paint. All right, what I'm probably gonna do is just like, I guess we'll do 3 coats, that's normal, right? I'm gonna try not to overdo it. That's the biggest problem I've ever had. Like I've spray painted stuff before, and that's the problem I've always had, is thinking that everything has to be a 1 coat wonder. And so I'll lay it on super thick and be like, oh, I'm not done unless I can't see, unless I can only see the color I'm spraying, you know, unless I cover the whole thing. And I know that's not how it works. I just gotta keep that in my head. So I'm just gonna wrap the car, and by the time I get done with the car, it'll probably be time to go again. So, this is a long wang, a long car. Dude, that is hardcore.
I think right here is gonna have to.
What?
It's bubbling.
Dude, it's not sticking. It's not grabbing very well. Maybe we should have sanded it. I just didn't want to scratch it too deep because you can kind of tell like the spray paint is like, compared to paint gun, spray paint is super thin and like less viscosity already. So it's already, so I didn't want to scratch. I was super afraid to scratch it too much and then be like, oh frick, now it's just a daggum super scratched up and you can see every single one, and the black gloss is just enhancing the scratches. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep going. I think it's doable. I think if you do it from, I think I was too close right then. I just laid too much. Because it seems to be just fine if I stay really far away. This is just like, they don't call it turbo can for nothing. It's like comes out really hard. Oh. Dude, like out. Okay, consensus so far. It was kind of hard. I bet this looks stupid. It was really hard to adjust to at first. It was laying really bad at first. I was way too close. I didn't expect the absolute velocity that this thing puts out. It doesn't take you any longer to run out of spray. It's like the same time as a normal can because of how much harder it's spraying. Like it's super, it's like it's really mimicking like an actual spray gun, which paint, I'm used to spray paint being really weaker. So I came in way too close right at first. And I think we're probably gonna have to sand that At the end, I think it's gonna kick me in the butt. It's gonna come back to bite me for sure, but we're already in it, so I'm gonna keep going and try to learn. And then also, once it starts running out, you gotta drop the can because it starts being super inconsistent and it'll spit out a bunch at once and then do nothing. And so that's another spot that I'm probably gonna have to sand. It came out all at once and so it's can number 2. I'm glad I got a 6-pack instead of 3 or 4 like we were originally saying. Oh man, it looks so much different. I bet it looks so good. I bet it turned out so good. What do you think this is? The Look Good channel? Nah, this is the TorqueCraft channel. Let me show you something. Orange peel. Orange peel. Orange peel. Orange peel. Orange peel. Up here. Big orange peel. Big time. The roof came out really bad. This is probably the worst spot. This is straight up, there's so much of it, it almost looks like I did it on purpose. It's like the side of a fridge or a golf ball. I'll tell you what though, look at the difference between up here and down here. It's like below this middle line here. It actually laid pretty good. I won't say it's like super good, but it's like a noticeable difference. But from, from like 20 foot back, it doesn't look too bad. If you're standing down there on the asphalt, it doesn't look too bad. It looks nice. But no, we fricked it up. We messed it up. We truly fricked it up. Let's review. Upon doing some research, it's the next day, by the way, and it just rained. So it's like we're sitting right at 24 hours since I sprayed it. I knew it was ruined at about coat 2. And what I should have done when I realized, I'm holding the mic upside down. What I should have done when I realized is stopped freaking painting. And what did we do instead? We finished the paint job. So, should have stopped, taken a step back, and analyzed. It orange peeled like crazy. And after doing some research, taking a step back, taking a breath, I'm sure if any of y'all have done a paint job before, saw this coming a mile away and was like, no, stop, what are you doing? I probably should have done a little bit heavier on the sanding. It was probably a little too smooth. I was just afraid of making too deep of scratches that the paint wouldn't fill in, because spray paint is thinner than regular paint that you pour into a spray's thinner than a paint gun. I mean, number one, obviously I should have used a paint gun. Using a Rust-Oleum Turbo Cans did not help in the slightest, 100%. That's just a given. But I don't think I sanded enough, and apparently, since primer, it's porous, right? It's not sealed off like paint is. That's why it had that matte finish. It wasn't glossy like this. It's not sealed off, it's porous. So when we did all that wiping and washing and stuff, we got it super wet. And even though we gave it a couple hours before we painted, it looked dry, it wasn't. Apparently you're supposed to give it a lot longer than that. And when I painted, all that moisture came back up to the surface and watered down our paint, which is why, and I quote, I said it's laying like milk. So it was watering down our paint. I probably should have sanded with a little bit, done a little bit more scratching the primer up, just a little bit more. And I think it was a combination of those things that caused us to mess this up pretty bad. And one other thing I will say is the spray cans, especially like with getting the roof, it turned out really bad. And the hood, doing it at an angle, that turned out bad because, and it was super uneven because I had to find a way to spray with the can pointed up. Because if you hold it any other way, it'll start spraying just straight air. It won't spray. And so that was a really big issue for those horizontal surfaces there. So it'd be like I'd be holding the can straight up, spraying on something that's at an angle. So it's really close down here and then really far up here. So it's super uneven. Using turbo cans was stupid. I know it was a really bad idea. Whoever came up with that idea, you're fired. Shout out to our boy Brandon. I didn't even know these existed. Okay, that junk was bad. And I don't know if the camera did any sort of justice to how bad this is, but it's about, how you have, if you still have one of those black fridges or white fridges, not the stainless steel ones, it has that like texture on it. That's about what it is. And it's in a lot of areas, it's not that bad, but then in a lot of areas, it is just as bad, just like a fridge. But some of it laid on really good, but the majority of it is trash. So we messed this up pretty big, but we did a dang good job taping it off. I know we did. We did so good taping it off. I can just tell. So I'm not worried about that. But I was worried about the paint and how it was going to turn out. And it turns out I was worried for a good reason. So I guess next week, because now I have to give it a couple days to cure before we can sand on it and try again. Because you got to wait before you do things. It's a lot of waiting and a lot of patience. And that's why I'm not a painter, because I don't have patience. I don't wait. So I tried to do a one-day paint job. This is what I get. Feel free to roast me down in the comments. But next week, you're going to get to see us try to sand this down and try to fix what I did. But it could be worse, but it also could have been better. Usually, you see these videos and it's like, can we do this and pull it off? Usually the answer is yes. But I mean, we're going to pull it off in the long run. We're going to fix it. But this is the TorqueCraft channel, and we're not going to fix it without messing up first. So that's just what it is. But, from a few dozen feet back, it doesn't look too bad. But unless I want to introduce this thing as the Peel-mobile, we're going to have to fix this. So that'll probably be the next episode, is us trying to fix this guy. I reckon we'll try to sand it down, get it all smooth, and then do another coat to cover up the scratches from the sanding, and then hopefully maybe do some clear. But I have to wait for it to cure before we can do that. So that'll be in the next video, I guess. Stay tuned. If this really bothered you, don't worry, it bothered me too. Even though I was totally... I did try. It's not just a la 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 la. I did try. I just wasn't educated enough, I guess. So I just needed to do more research. And this is my first ever, attempt to paint a car. So gonna have mistakes. It is what it is. We're not gonna get bent up about it. We're gonna keep trucking forward. And this thing's gonna see the road soon. I'm saying it. It's going to happen. So y'all stay tuned. And we will see you on the next one. Love you. Be safe. And have a good one. Bye.